I'm Kevin Berger. There are big plans in the works for a 427-acre site in the Twin Cities North Metro area. Millions of dollars have gone into the cleanup of the former Twin Cities Army ammunition plant to ready it for its next life. And here to talk about that development potential for this strategic Arden Hills location is Ramsey County Commissioner Blake Huffman. Thanks for joining us.
It's great to be here, Kevin. I
think everybody knows, you've heard about the ammo plant, the Army plant. I think some people sometimes have called it the Army dump even, but it has a better name, right?
You know, it's changing, and we now call it Rice Creek Commons. We thought the phrase Army and ammunition weren't respectful of where we wanted it to go in the future, so it's Rice Creek Commons.
But as we look at, we're going to be talking about the future, but looking at its past, this is a very important employment place for the Twin Cities. I guess 26,000 people once worked there, but also very important for the defense of the country.
Right, it played a major role in every war. Certainly World War II, when over 26,000 people worked at that site. We've had presidential visits at the site. It's been just a center of the defense of the country for sure.
Now, 427 acres of undeveloped land, how unusual is that in a community like the Twin Cities?
Sure, you think about 427 acres, and just from a perspective standpoint, it's about 1.5 times the size of downtown St. Paul. So it's a significant piece of land, and the fact that it's maybe a 20-minute drive from downtown Minneapolis or downtown St. Paul makes it absolutely a unique piece of land. Matter of fact, from the site, on a clear day, you can see both downtowns from the Rice Creek Commons site.
So from the county standpoint, what's the vision? What are we going to see there someday?
Sure, the 427 acres, we've got it right now, along with our good partner Arden Hills, zoned to be about 220 acres of commercial and retail land, about 150 acres of residential property, and that residential property will be 3 different neighborhoods. It'll be a traditional suburban neighborhood with 30-acre lots. It'll be a smaller single-family home, a starter home townhouse area, and also it'll have an area in the middle of the entire property that'll be just an exciting spot. It'll be apartments, maybe some senior housing, the restaurants and the brew pubs that the public wants. It'll be a really busy place right there in the middle of the property.
And will there be jobs there, workplaces?
Yeah, right now, and talking with our marketing folks, we believe there'll be about 4,000 jobs on those 220 acres. And that 4,000 jobs, from a perspective standpoint, we really think that'll change the entire North Metro in terms of the 4,000 jobs there, along with the roughly 1,500 units, so about 3,000 to 4,000 people living on the site as well.
Now, there's been a lot of talk about what to do with this parcel over the years, including for a while there was talk about this would be a good place for the Viking Stadium. Obviously, that didn't happen. Why is it going to be different this time?
Sure. You know, this time, and you're right, first of all, Kevin, it's stopped and started several times. Developments have, and either it fell on its own weight or the market's changed. Certainly, this is the first time that the county's been involved. The county owns the property, and we are working with several people, several companies. The Greater MSP, we're working with St. Paul Port Authority, and I'll tell you right now, we're not ready to sell land, but we could sell the residential land. We could sell every acre of that today. It's a great market. It's inside of the Mounds View School District, which is one of the great school districts in the Twin Cities. We're very confident that it'll sell.
So this vision of the mixed-use residential workplaces, the brew pubs, when are we going to be able to go up there and get in on that?
You know, Arden Hills is just finishing up their work on it, then the county will in terms of a planning standpoint. We've already spent about $35 million on the property in terms of cleanup and some infrastructure. We will spend another $30 million in the next several years building out the rest of the infrastructure. I think you'll start seeing land sales as early as this fall, more likely perhaps early in 2016, and you'll see infrastructure. You'll see roads going in 16. Certainly, potentially, you could see buildings going in there next year as well. On the commercial side, you know, since we own the property, we're very focused on making sure that the right groups come in there, and by right groups, I mean companies that'll have good-paying jobs that'll really support the economy and really boost the economy.
Well, Commissioner Huffman, very interesting to hear about this exciting development, and we'll watch it eagerly. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
If you'd like to learn more about this development and the plans, RiceCreekCommons.com is where you can go. You can find out all the information as this project unfolds. And that's it for this edition of Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Kevin Berger. Thanks for watching.